No, there was nobody at Google being funny.
The machine
but
called
this actually,
you a gorilla. the computer.
The next song you play, I need it to be the Gorillas. Feeling good. It needs to be Feeling Good by the Gorillas. But I seriously, when I glanced at the picture, I said, okay, let me just see. Here's the thing. I don't mind being honest. I don't. Because you see, Shabani is a rage in Japan while you're playing.
I mind very much.
I'm not going to do it. I think it's sad. I think it's unfortunate, and I think it's fair. I think it's very unfair. But I do understand how it happened, and it doesn't please me to say it.
I think it pleases you very much because you said it 4 times already.
But here's the thing, though. Here's what I guess kind of bothers me about all this in general. First of all, I'm sorry, I'm going to say, no, this is what people aren't going to like. If you subscribe to the theory of evolution, we evolved from the primate family. We all know, just based on similarities, that these are our closest related cousins in the DNA pool. And let's be honest, we have some similarities from the way we're made. I mean, they walk upright, hands. I mean, look at it, Nikki.
That's the only thing we got in common. I don't look like a gorilla.
I don't look like a gorilla either. Okay. But my point is that
and
there are
some
similarities, obviously, between the two species and humans.
Google's not going to call me one.
They're not going to call you one because there's no similarities for it to do. Facial recognition, it's going to say person. But I'm just saying, I can see how the error was made. And that's the bottom line. And I feel bad for Google because they may need to pull back this software because, well, that too. But it was in a private. Actually, here's the thing, though. It was in his private collection, and he didn't have to share it because now I feel bad for her because he's put her on blast.
Right.
Maybe he could just, maybe he should have blurred out the picture because anybody who's looking at this is going to be, I can see how, especially with the angle of the picture and the coloration of the lighting, I think it was easy for that mistake to be made by the software is what I'm saying. I don't think she looks dead on like a gorilla by any means, but just given the angle and the close-up of her face and the lighting, I think it's easy for software to make the mistake. Now, if a person at Google would have done that, that'd be
right. That would
initially
been
when I read the initial titles draw you in, I was like, oh, please tell me somebody at Google.
But they were very apologetic, though. They were very, very apologetic, and they said that they would look into it, and they don't want this to ever happen again. And it was clearly a mistake. So I don't want anybody to get mad at Google.
No.
It wasn't a human error.
And they said,
it was
it's
just
a bug.
software recognition, and they're going to work on it.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this again. I'm curious how you fix this because it has a lot to do with the computer is making arbitrary choices based on a reference that even though it may seem like it's infinite, it's not. It's still fixed to a degree what it can compare things to. So I don't know how you say specifically in this situation.
Well, why don't you just let people label their own folders, Google?
I just think they should, exactly. I think
just let people label and call whatever they want to.
Like Google Photos?
Yes, let's not.
I think they should get away from all that together.
Yes. Let's not assume and jump the gun. Let people call their folders what they want to call it, and then we can just remove that.
Because there's probably room with errors. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you could cross the wires up with anything else. But but there's probably something else that could be mislabeled easily.
Sure.
But I think it's unfortunate. And what I just didn't like about it is I wish he wouldn't have posted the picture of her. But I know he posted it because he was giving a gripe because he came on and said Google Photos, y'all effed up. My friend's not a gorilla.
Right.
And I just wished he would have, because here's the thing, the recognition software got everything else right.
Yeah.
Now, it said skyscrapers, but it didn't say cityscape, it said skyscrapers. It's all bike. It didn't say man on bike, it said bike.
Right.
It didn't even pick man.
Right.
It just said bike. It said graduation.
Yes.
It's all like the cap and gown, and it made that reference point. And then it said, cars, because it's all a car. Mm-hmm. So it took the simplest elements within each of these areas and gave it a label.
And that took that pumpkin.
And I'm sure it probably seemed like a good idea, but I think, honestly, maybe they should just take gorillas and primates out. Because it could happen. It's happened
before. So it's still going to pop up as animal or something. So let people, let's just label your own folders, please.
I think Google. They should. Because this is the second time that it's happened.
And that is all Nikki Brayden is going to say about this.
Listen, look, I'm going to be honest enough for why I can see the software made the mistake.
I'm going to meet you at the next segment. I'm waiting. Look, I'll see you at the crossroads. See, I'm not doing it.
Well, that's why I said tech gone wrong.
It went.
This is one time.
This was wrong.
The technology was like dead wrong on
this.
Here's the thing. I think Google kind of saved face pretty good on this. They accepted, you know what? Mistake.
Sure.
It's a bug. We'll get on this immediately. They said shutter. Like, oh my gosh, this is not acceptable. So obviously, I don't think it was done intentionally.
No, it wasn't.
But that just tells you how technology is not as infallible or as human as we'd like for it to be.
I promise you.
I'm serious.
If you make this mistake on my picture, baby, we're gonna have a problem.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I would have thought.
Oh my God! I'd have been like, "Are you kidding me?"
After I would have stopped laughing for a while. Like, how could this possibly have happened?
Are you kidding me?
Label your own stuff.
Yes, let's do that. Google.
I would take that feature away.
Yep.
Because I think honestly, I don't know. I mean, all my tech people will probably say there's something you can probably write that would fix that bug-wise, but I don't understand how you fix that, because if someone else...
She got to fix her face. It's her face.
So you do admit that there's
I mean, if that's what it's going to do, I didn't say that, but I'm just saying nothing can be...
But here's the thing, though. But
nothing can be
But
fixed,
let's just be honest. I'm just saying, though. The picture was a bad picture, and the angle, I could see how software could make the mistake.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just going to be honest about it. I'm not going to lie.
All right.
I mean, she may not even look like that really in person, but, I mean, it was a bad shot, bad lighting, and the close-up, it was a weird angle. So I could see how the mistake was made. Tech gone wrong. Tech gone wrong.
I mean, wrong. Way wrong.
And I'm okay with admitting. That's why I said it's tech gone wrong.
Yep.
You know, as much as we love technology, people, we can get it wrong sometimes. Autocorrect has made a fool of me several times.
Oh, my gosh.
And why I keep catching it after the fact, I have no idea.
Because you go so fast, and then and it looks right until you send it. I swear, it changes as it sends. I sent I was like, get some Worcestershire sauce, and it came back workship. I was like, what?
So technology could go awry, and
workship sauce.
Think about it. It believes, it knows, autocorrect things it knows more than what you know.
I'm like, I know what I want to say.
Exactly. So stop changing it.
Right.
And it'll leave the word you put there and say, but I think it should be this way. No, it's not that word.
Right.
And then sometimes, you hit send and like, oh, no, I look that stupid. So technology can go wrong.
Right.
Okay, before we take another break, we come back. We've got one more technology going wrong.
I'm done for
Do you
the
know
day.
that there's a standoff over social media passwords? Just when you thought you owned something, you don't. It's the Maya Akai Show featuring comedian Nikki Brayden. Stay tuned. We'll talk more tech gone wrong.
Follow Maya on Twitter at The Maya Akai Show, on Instagram at Maya Akai, and friend her on Facebook.
Social media is bringing us all closer together.